It's time for, I believe, the third week of competition, and we are opening up with a matchup between DLSU and UPD. Hold up! Is it just me? Is it, is this, actually happening? Hello? Hello? Percy, your microphone is down. Turn on your microphone, sir. Are you good? Are you good?
Yeah. All right. I was
All
a
right.
bit surprised.
All right. I love it. You know what? You're not alone. I'm actually also surprised. But ladies and gentlemen, we do hope you are having a great day or evening or afternoon, whatever time it is you're watching us from. This is again going to be a matchup between DLSU and UPD, and this is going to be a best of three. We are on a single ban format. They're bringing in the following decks. For Never, it's going to be the Paladin and the Priest. I'm sorry, the Warlock. For Shampoo, it's the Hunter and the Warrior. Percy, it's a surprise that the Warrior came through.
Exactly. As you did mention that this warrior is the most consistent at dealing with dealing with all of these early game threats and establishing threats of its own. But it seems like the playstyle of the players is showing their preferences towards the fight. They'd rather want to take the fight to the warrior instead of having to deal with a very dedicated control deck like a quest warlock.
Yep. And do note, Never's Paladin list is actually Murloc Paladin. And let's talk about Shampoo because he chose to ban out Dragon Hunter. And if we're gonna see this crossbow icon, if we're gonna see Hunter come into play, it's usually Highlander. So Percy, try to help us understand why did he get rid of Dragon Hunter? Why was that his choice for the ban?
I did mention this to you in my notes. How the only reason you
Thank
would
you.
want
Thank you for the notes, definitely.
yeah. The only reason that Shampoo would ban the Never's Hunter is because he thinks that Never will ban his warrior, which is a perfect, of course, the overall perfect deck within all of the decks that he's bringing. So it's kind of feeding into the mind games perspective of the whole pick and ban phase of the conquest format. So with this ban probably not going to his not going in his favor, it's I wouldn't say that it's an uphill battle for him to do this kind of ban that he'd rather as you said that you as a player would rather go face against two aggro decks, two tier 2 decks versus the control warrior, versus the quest control warlock, and you'd rather take your chances there. Instead, you can see from how you can see how Shampoo would like to play this, and he would since he has a warlock, and hunters are usually good against warlock because of the hero power disparity of always netting for damage. It's it's quite a spectacle to see that tier 2 decks are getting the spotlight, and you don't want to keep seeing the same decks over and over for you sure it's high tournament, it's top tier campus esports tournament play, but you have to also play into the mind games of your opponent to some extent, right? And of course,
Definitely.
play towards your own resources, right? Sometimes maybe you don't have enough dust to create all of these tier 1 decks in one full swing. Probably you've just played it for over a year, and you're trying too much, right?
Relax. We're good. Nonetheless, reminding everyone that if you go into the chat, tell us who you think is going to win. There's a hashtag instructions just flashing down here. you can get yourself some Blizzard credits, perfect for the new set. Skullman's Academy recently came out less than 24, 48 hours
Yeah.
earlier.
Yeah.
And I know everyone's excited to see cards from the expansion, but we do have to give our players a heads up. We have to give them proper time to prepare. But nonetheless, it's time for game number one. Never
Go.
versus Shampoo. Shampoo's on the play. Once again, he is going to be fielding Highlander Hunter, going up against Never's Warlock. It's his Quest Warlock.
That's all. Okay.
Um, Firstly, gotta ask you, what cards are we looking for Shampoo here? He ends up with a Zephyrus, Scavenger's Ingenuity, Tiamat, a lot for the long game.
Definitely, the it's not the optimal starter because you always want the tempo out as the hunter.
Yep, you want to be the beatdown. You want to be the beatdown.
Exactly.
Job's done.
And right now, you don't want to play Zephyrus on 2. You'd rather play Scavenger's Ingenuity on 2, hope that you get your Zixor
Mm-hmm.
so that you can curve into 3. And then hope it curve into 4, and then it just snowballs.
Yeah, I do think this list was built this way. Let's check it out. Is he playing any other beasts? It looks like he is. He's playing the Griffin, and he ends up with that. Oh man, could have been the Zixor.
It's good enough because you get to tutor into your rush minions, which are either Zixor again, and your Faceless Corruptor, which will curve you into turn 5.
Yeah. So again, you can't have everything. But yeah, this is a good way to go. Instead of getting Zixor immediately, at least you loop into the Zixor. And yeah, I would have had it this way. I would have preferred Zixor than the Faceless Corruptor. And yeah, we totally forgot. At least I did. It's a 6-3. So this forces out Never's removal.
Yes, and you have to, as the Highlander Hunter, try to count how much removal this control Warlock has given to you, and play into those if you want to, and then find the burst somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, Percy, is that a smart thing to do though? I mean, Warlock is always constantly building up its hand. You know, you got plot twists, you got buttons to deal with. At some point, maybe if you are aware of your opponent's list and you somehow have some sort of instinct, like you kind of can tell, like, all right, he played the Rain of Fire, he played, so and so. Can you really overload it? Is the hunter list built? Does it have the tools to do that?
Probably when it comes to the game, your list should go well into probably once you reach Nag Grand Slam and you don't have necessary materials to recuperate, then probably it's going to be difficult. But the main problem with having a tempo-oriented curve is that you can't really generate more of the threats that you want if it keeps getting answered turn after turn. So if you burst it out in one go, if you find an opportunity to do that, then it'll be the more optimal way to go, in my opinion. It's not built to do that, but you can make it work somehow.
Yep. I remember a recent broadcast wherein that is exactly what happened.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think it was. Actually, it was. I think a Warlock. He just ran out of answers. It's possible. You know what? I think more likely, if you curve out early and you curve out well, if anything, it's the Warlock who has the responsibility, who has the onus of clearing the board. Right? It's your life you're playing with. So if you're the one who's missing out on the tools in your hand, then it's you who's missing out. But nonetheless, he has the Moargs, he has the Nether Breath. I can't see clearly if he does have any dragons online, but nonetheless, he can still afford some hits here. Despite the whelp, despite the big old whelp, he can still afford a few hits.
Yes, because you definitely have your healing, and if you get your plot twist, you can get more healing from the Aranasi.
Yep.
Wonder.
But he has an Aranasi in hand now, so he's gonna have to cycle through that. And yeah, Shampoo here going a little slower than he expected, I do believe, and he has to make his decisions count here. Staring down a transfer student with a poison on him, so that's gonna be
This
That's
is an
gonna be
interesting kind of
useful.
play.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a basic card.
Smart. Apparently it is. Yes, it's a Demon Hunter basic card.
It goes to show that your education does pay off. You have to know all of the basic and classic cards for no, basic and classic card for the Demon Hunter to be able to make that play.
If anything, I think it's the Demon Hunter cards that are gonna catch us off guard. Like we've seen the basic cards and classic cards for all the 9 classes, and when we look back, we have to wonder, oh, that wasn't basic. I thought that was in Ashes, so apparently it wasn't basic. Popping off
Yeah.
of Zephrys, being the perfect answer, able to save Shampoo's board. It's looking great for him. Looking good for him, not great, because again, Never here still has quite a bit of health to deal with. He has the Morgs in hand, waiting for a dragon to get the most out of the breath. So far, Shampoo here can go ahead and roll the dice. Let's see. Gonna go button here. What's he gonna
Might
hit?
as well. He gets it. He doesn't get it. Never mind.
He gets
The
the
arrows,
thing.
the arrows are confusing.
Yeah, no, the arrow is the button, and then he missed out on the Dragon's Bane. But at least he does clear the Taunter and keeps up the pressure. Still, though, I gotta say, seeing Never's hand, 15 health is nothing. Especially with what he has, Moarg. The Nether Breath is still offline. Oh no!
Uh-oh. Yeah, it's gonna be difficult here.
That might be trouble.
There we go. Right now, you might want to look into, of course, your plot twist. You did get the plot twist. As I said, your Iron Acid Broodmother is going to keep you alive. You might be able to grab a dragon as you see the yellow outline.
He's got it. But he has 5 mana. He can even go Moarg and gain so much. He can go Moarg and Nether Breath.
And clears this Dragon Bane, which definitely deals a lot of damage if he keeps it up.
I wonder if...
Wait, what's the face down card in
Oh,
his
that's an
hand?
Aranasi Broodmother. I do believe that there's a certain bug that hasn't been figured out yet, so that is an Aranasi. Hence the life gain.
Oh, here's a Dark Skies.
Dark Skies.
instead. Going for it.
It should be a wipe. It should be an effective wipe. One more. It's a wipe.
Whoa!
All right.
The Artificer didn't get hit at all. Dark Skies hits all of the minions, by the way.
Right. And a smile on Never's face you cannot fake. That is just
Yeah.
chef's kisses all over. This is an amazing start for today's game, ladies and gentlemen. Again, this is
Yeah.
a best of 3. First one here. Already Never's looking good. Although it's a surprise that, well, yeah, he only has one plot twist. The archaeology has not yet triggered.
Of course, when you're trying to stay alive as the Warlock, you couldn't care less about your quest.
Eventually.
Eventually, sure, but your main focus is to stay alive and generate your threats probably in the next few turns.
Ooh.
This is not gonna clear because Moarg Artificer only buffs spells.
Yeah.
Right now, what
He-
would you
he-
be looking for?
He has another yeah, I don't know. He's gonna look for better options at least. Oh, DQA in hand. One more! He's one away from the archaeology, so he's gonna get it next turn for free.
Yeah, but this DQA won't be online for a bit because he still hasn't thinned out his entire deck. Because you
Yeah.
see this Zephrys a while ago, it wasn't online, and even given this plot twist, I don't think it's still online. Let's flip the board. Wait,
It does?
didn't do anything considering that, but this puts him at a very detrimental health. What do you
It's
think?
scary. It's pretty scary, to be honest. Lucky 13, but he is holding on to a Nether Breath. I could have sworn he had another Moarg. So, he's at 9 mana next turn. He can go up in Alexstrasza himself if it gets that bad.
Yeah, and right now he can probably say Rush Divine Shield to
Rush
clear
DS,
his Race
yeah.
Moving.
There you go. And even maybe button. All right, going for the face here.
Yeah, just clean cutthroat. Oh, and the quest is done.
Yeah, for free. But does he have the 2 mana to deal with it?
Yeah, here's the
Yeah.
Artificer from the Sun Demons.
Oh!
Yeah.
Moarg is a demon?
Yes. Yeah.
I totally missed out on that. All right,
That's
so
why
he
you
can
can
go,
the Sun Demons.
He can go Artificer, Nether Breath, call it a day. He can even button for all he cares.
+8, and suddenly Never is in a pretty good spot with that Never on 0. He can deal with any sort of threat Shampoo can make, and this
Oh,
is looking.
was that a twisting Nether at 0? Oh, he has the kill switch.
But of course, Shampoo is still generating his threats with the Zixor into dealing with this Artificer, but we have a Trace Nevering to deal with this board. It keeps the Leok alive, but the Leok is the least threatening. But Never,
Yeah.
he is taking his time.
Yeah, Never's fine. I could have sworn that the alley was gonna save him, but apparently not. He can even go for the kill here. DQA is still not online though.
Yes.
So I think at this point he can focus on the clear, and then the next turn, Shampoo is just out of cards. Shampoo is just sitting at 2.
Yeah, and that's going
This
to be very difficult. If you're Never, you're thinking that he has to top deck all of his good stuff to be able to deal the damage.
Yeah, this feels miserable for Shampoo. I think he knows. He knows that trouble is afoot, and he's gonna be shuffling a Zixor into his deck.
That's a big
Not much
taunter.
reload. Yeah, 0-2. Look at how big the hand is. Oh, hold
There
on.
we go.
And then he drops it. There you go.
That's a 7/7 taunt. There we go.
Not bad.
Really
Not
big.
bad. All right. He can call it a day. That's it. Shampoo. It's your call, buddy.
There we go. No, he's trying his best. There we go. There's the brand. Keeping it together. Shampoo. There's the brand.
He can
There's
go
nothing
brand.
else. There's nothing else. You
Yeah,
have to
I
brand.
mean, it'll destroy the taunter for sure.
But your King Crush gets straight in. It feels bad, but you have to.
Not exactly. It's still alive. It'll die next turn. There is still there's some effort involved.
There we go. I also like this trade because it keeps your King Crush alive.
I mean, not really alive, but you know,
Alive.
it
Keep it protected.
forces Never to do things that are not as easy as a free kill
There
on
it is.
the crush. So he does keep the 5/5.
There we go.
Oh, he's
That was-
he's playing with it. He's playing with his deck. He's like, let's see if I can get more options.
Whoa. He could have Nether Breath the other way around, Rain of Fire, and then play the Aronesi Broodmother. It would have dealt with all of his stress. Oh, and this is a list with DQA in it.
Not
One of the
bad.
rare ones.
Yeah, I do think that it has room. Oh wow, he can go for a reload here.
But not yet, because you have to be scared of Never's removal. You don't want to commit your
It's
value
Terra
minion.
just yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess you clear out first.
Yeah. And this is
Get
a
rid-
small punish
Broodmother, yeah.
from the line of play, the not playing the Rain of Fire a while
Yeah.
ago. But right now,
So, yeah, Never's still fine. I mean, Never has every single. He has all the decisions. He can make all the decisions. Shampoo is just reacting so far.
and right now you can see the Twisting Nether is looking pretty juicy, and the DQA is online with Dark Skies full.
He again. There's so many lines of play here that Never could do.
Yeah, I can see this is the most natural looking play, the most human-like look.
Yep.
Where-
Get 5 in there.
Get
For free?
5, deal with his 7/6 and 8/8, then deal your own 8/8, and hope that you get probably like what a Deathwing Mad aspect for next turn, or a Nozari just to slap this hunter in the face even further.
Mhm. All right. So he's going for the TN here. Wiping. DQA. What does he end up with? Oh,
Another
no.
Nether one.
He got another Nether.
And
Oh,
the new, a
not
new
bad. Yep, it's a new
Exactly.
one. It's from Scholomance Academy. It's an 8/8 that gives you another body when it dies.
another 8 drop, probably a Tyrion, probably an Alakir, probably all of those good 8 drops. I think it's an 8 drop itself, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So Shampoo is holding on, man. He's holding on for dear life.
He's holding on.
Drop the Sarah. Hope for something good to come around. Let's see. What is this dream? Oh, more bodies.
Good enough.
It's something. It could have been worse.
But this is
Honest-
lethal. With this Zephyrus top deck, you can get a Wind Fury into your Soulfire. This is a well played, sir. If he sees it, of course.
Yep. He has a Soulfire. Zephyrus could give you the Wind Fury 16 at 1.
You can do that first. Oh, okay. He can give it Wind Fury still. And he's just gonna go for the Malygos.
See? He has so many options. He has so many options.
And with that, Never takes game 1 with a commanding win against with his control.
Yep, congratulations. He only has one more deck to deal with. I do believe we are going to see his Hunter deck. His Highlander Hunter coming into play, and now. Oh, I'm sorry. No.
He's
Uh,
getting
this is confusing because they both ran Warlocks, right? So
yeah.
we see he has to switch over to.
The Murloc Paladin.
Yep. Oh man, this is not looking good. Murloc Paladin.
Very scary. You might want to consider going to your warrior to deal with the early threats.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Scale Lord giving all of the buffed Murloc's Divine Shield is something hunters have difficulty dealing with. So I can only see a switch here. And if he's going for the Highlander Hunter, he has to keep it together. Shampoo. The last remaining bastion for UPD.
Oh no, UPD. You got one boy left. All right, you got one boy left. So it could be Paladin versus Warrior. That looks better, I think. I do like Warrior versus. I mean, Paladin versus Warrior better. So many answers. And the way Paladin works is it's always if it gets out of hand, it's because you didn't get it checked. So it's
Yes.
on you. So Warrior here, they have so many tools to deal with that. And they can be on the beatdown if they choose to do so as well. Like cards like Bomb Wrangler, cards like Bloodsworn Mercenary, like these things, these cards at 3, these could like really just take over. So yeah, it's going to be never really going uphill. It's just going to be an interesting matchup. Yeah, I really haven't seen Murloc Paladin anywhere else but ranked, like in ladder, like
Probably low silver or gold. But
not
you can
even
still-
like I would cheese it out in diamond. So
really.
sometimes you get away with it. Again, you can snowball with Murloc Paladin, and I don't know, man. This is it's a whole new age. This is a tournament. Again, it's so far from ranked. It's so far from the ladder, and if anything, if there's anything I can say about Murloc Paladin that might carry it over Warrior, is that, man, I'm grasping at straws here.
Yeah,
Maybe, just maybe,
maybe.
if it curves up perfectly and Shampoo does not draw into Risky Skipper. Like, Risky Skipper is going to be such a tool here. And that aside, it still has to deal with things one at a time.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty fair in that sense. So, despite the disadvantage for the Paladins, Risky Skipper here is going to carry so much weight.
So much weight. Sure, you have other key minions like Warmaul Challenger to deal with buffed minions.
Mhm.
So that, and you still have your 110 on the board. But yes, this Risky Skipper is going to be the ace in the hole for Shampoo to keep his dreams alive, to keep UPD's dreams alive. And
Yeah.
Conqueror from last week's 2-0 debacle is cheering for his teammate here, Shampoo, right now.
Just
And
avenge me. Avenge me. Avenge me, please. Yeah. The thing about this, again, we got eyes on Murloc Paladin. It is the underdog, and people love the underdog. So with the Murloc Paladin going into an uphill battle, how crazy would it be if actually it's able to draw into what it needs? Toxfin on curve. It's got Sungill on turn 1. But again, even then, there's so many answers from Warrior, despite it having to answer 1 for 1.
Yeah, it's especially since you don't have a lot of card draw in your deck outside of Hand of Adal. it's going to be difficult for you to keep the pressure if you lose your pressure. And once you lose your own composure, that's going to deal heavily into your decision making towards probably your trades, where you're gonna buff, if you're gonna use your hero power to pass somehow.
If
All of those
anything,
factors.
though, never is on a warpath. He did win game one very decisively, and he could go off of that steam. So with that being said, my hopes are pretty high.
Mhm.
How awesome would it be if we saw Murloc Paladin take this? Again, ladies and gentlemen, it's a best of three. Potentially match point here for Never. He is going to be on the draw. Oh, let's talk about this, Percy. Would
On
you
first.
prefer this
Oh,
on the play or not? Oh, whoa, this is pretty
oh.
bad for Shampoo.
I had a mini heart attack there.
This is F's in the chat, y'all. This is.
Ah,
I mean, it's a blow to his value, right? Like Corsair Cash, it's gonna thin the deck, but to the not as good as it should have. And he is on the play, like no raiders, no early starts.
but you have the anchor. That's what's gonna
It's,
get your skippers and raiders.
oh, for sure. But again, would it have been awesome if it had that extra durability? You want to go long here,
Ah,
given
right.
that Never could keep loading up the board, given the scale riders, the buffs. Oh wow! Look, he got the Sun Gill on turn one for
There we
Never.
go. And the
There's
skipper on one. Not
no,
play
but
don't
again,
skipper on one. There we
yes,
go.
it is a tool.
Hail
It
and
is a
well
tool,
met.
so he has to hold on to it, make it count.
There we go. And here your predictions are starting to very scarily ramp up. You have a Sun on one, a Toxic starting hand. Everything's going well for Never in the starting hand, but is this going to be enough to
Yeah,
seal
and the thing is, man, Shampoo doesn't have any other minions just yet.
just yet? But there a warrior doesn't really play a lot of minions on one, and you have to be worried about the freeze.
Yeah, he has to walk into it. There you go. So that's a solid. Well, once the board starts to build up for Never, at least Shampoo has a panic button. He has the answer already.
Yeah. And now your bad hand a while ago, quote unquote. What do you decide to do? Okay, he uses the +1 durability live wire land instead of the upper.
Oh wow! Shampoo's hand is now looking like it's butter, smooth as butter. This is. Look at this. Never can't even do anything.
He just counter attacks with this day 1. It's
Yep.
totally fine value.
Oh wait, you know what? This doesn't feel so bad, cause this is forcing Shampoo to spend his removal already.
There we
Like,
go.
right?
Yes.
At this point, I think you wonder as Shampoo, should I pull the trigger now or should I just risk the onslaught?
Since this is just taking 4 damage, right? You don't have to be that scared.
Exactly. But he only has one chance. As it is, it's just one risky skipper.
For now, because with this Sky Raider top deck, his
Make
anchor
more.
is going to get
He can make more. You're right.
yes.
All right. So he'll go the long way to
Keeping it
deal
safe.
with. Yep, to deal with this board. Again, risky skipper, ladies and gentlemen. In this matchup, it is the almost the end all be all.
There we go, Sky Vampire. That nets you an extra card. This bad hand, quote unquote, from Shampoo a while ago is turning out pretty well.
Paying off, paying off. He did it well. With a little help from Lady Luck, he's able to pull this through. Never keeps one Murloc though. Would not pull the war leader into that.
Not too important just yet.
Mhm.
But we see the Sentient Hulled Steeds, beasts turn into Murlocs. Convert this board, this sad board, into a board for him.
What
Okay,
would
just attack first to the
Uther do?
face. Maybe you'll get. What are there any new Murlocs from Skullomance Academy?
For sure, yes there are. There's Murlocs everywhere. Although I have not
Another
dove deep. Look into it. Yeah, he just makes another Toxfin.
But right now,
Right,
with
so,
small
yeah.
minions on the board, Toxfins don't really give as much of value as they should in the late.
Yeah.
These Toxfins are currently sitting there waiting for their prey.
Ooh.
While Shampoo is ramping up to his value, he's gotten 3 total lackeys. right now with the live wire lance. He's hoping to grab even more, hopefully more Titanic Lackeys, an Ethereal Lackey to get some of the new spells. At least we have some Scholomance Flare in this
Mm-hmm.
3, right?
Slowly introduce the new set. We'll see. What does he end up with? Oh,
Another-
Titanic! Exactly what you called for. So yeah, at least one Toxfin's gonna be used up here if this does drop.
But I don't think you would want to risk it right now. You might want to Battle Rage first, so just draw 2 so that you can cycle out your relatively weak hand. Then you can play your Live Avalanche / Anchor so that you you have a weapon ready for next turn. What do you think, Sergio? Is there another line of play?
I do think that Shampoo can make a decision here that either goes for value or starts to turn around, starts to go for the beatdown. Because I think if either of them start waiting this out, there's a possibility that there you go. So he goes for neither. He goes for neither. Interesting.
Exactly as I said, it's more of just no. You did say it was for values. He is going for the value here since he knows that open deck list again. By the way, he knows that there is no removal from this paladin for this weapon. So this weapon is going to stick no matter.
Mm-hmm.
No matter
He's
what.
gonna get the full value. 2 pirates all the way. So again, I think he is just waiting to build his board. He wants to get more value out of the battle rage. And yeah, risky skipper just waiting on it. Ooh, another Corsair Cash. What can he draw into with the Corsair Cash? Is there another?
It's a dead draw now.
It's dead. There you go. Nothing left. Oh, okay. So never now. You know, getting a little frisky, trying to build a board. But again, we do know that Shampoo has every bit of answer in his hand, or every bit of gas in his hand to deal with this.
And now you have to be thinking the multiple ways to clear. I do play a lot of War. You have to be thinking of all of the lines of play that gives you the most optimal board state for you. So with this Warmal Challenger top deck, you have to either think of hitting 4 with your face, and then Warmal Challengering the Felfin Navigator, which is on the rightmost side. You'll be left to the 1-2. He's going to do exactly what I say. He's gonna draw into his Risky Keeper or Sky Raider. Doesn't really influence.
Oh, this is it. He's just gonna go for the wipe, and Never's face is like, all right, it's like that. It's like that. Okay, I see. Oh, hold up.
Uh-oh.
All right. Well, never knows. Never knows. Ladies and gentlemen, do bear with us. We are gonna try to go back into the lobby. That was fun. I do think we see what's gonna happen next, and he did a combination of both. I don't think he wants to punch the. I don't think he wants to use a Warmal Challenger just yet. So he is gonna clear with the skipper, and this is maximum value for Shampoo already. I do think we are gonna see a game 3. It's as simple as that. Now we throw over back to Never, and again he's trying to build a board again.
There we go. A Sand Breath should keep this board somewhat alive, but it's just a minuscule board. We didn't see much of how the trades went, but we do see that both the Risky Skipper and the Armor Smith are down to 1. So, how did the Armor Smith go down to 1 if there were only 2 ticks? So that means he must have traded somehow. No.
Or play the Titanic Lackey.
Yeah, he played the Titanic Lackey, so it's now a 1-3, which a 1-4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 1-4, and okay, let's try to analyze this. 1-4 into a 1, then Never attacks into the Armor Smith, turns it into the 1-1, gets this this toxic. I forgot the name of that.
Toxfin?
The shaman Murloc.
What would Uther do?
Oh.
Then he gets the Ethereal Lackey, and now is currently discovering, or maybe
Off
he's
of the
already
Lackey.
finished discovered.
Yep.
Spectate's currently bugged at the moment. I think we need to go for a rehost, because
Which path to
we see that
choose?
Never's playing his cards, but they don't see the cards.
Yeah. I mean, we're seeing it from the side of Shampoo, and it's quite stuck. But nonetheless, we are going to see things move along eventually.
Mm-hmm. Right now,
I at least I know for sure it's never his turn.
Path to
That as much I know.
choose.
yeah. But right now, with Shampoo nodding, I think it's his turn. And he's most likely top decked into something probably not that relevant because he still can deal with the board. But right
Oh
now,
yeah, so spec is that bad? It's that bad that it's actually Shampoo's turn.
yeah, I think so. Yeah, you can see that Shampoo is thinking, right? And yeah, this by the way, this spectate bug happens when you join into a game and then you're one of the players are discovering a card.
I
Unfortunate,
see.
but
All
it
right.
happens.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, new set. Even the Aranasi bug spec is still on, so that's something that our good friends, the developers, need to go back into, work it out. And here we go. I do think we have it figured out. Oh, another clear
Oh,
for Shampoo.
he top deck a Blood Boil Brute, which is
Nice.
detrimental to Never's chances of coming back into this game.
Yeah, no, this is the beatdown right here. Interesting though, during that little episode, never actually built up quite a hand, but this hand is just it's a matter of I still had all these. You know, it's quite a good grip, but it's not what he needs right now. There's no answers in there.
Yeah,
Like
and also in
he's
his deck list, no answers whatsoever.
yep. That's the problem I have with a lot of tempo decks these days that are not mage. Um, they're essentially just lists that do one or two things. They punch your face or they make ways to punch your face. That aside, like it's mostly just yeah. When you find yourself in a situation like this, it's over. I do think he's found it. I do think he has lethal. Yes, he does.
Yes, he does, but he has to be careful with the risky skipper. This has happened to me one too many times. That this is lethal, but your risky skipper deals one extra damage to this Korokron elite. So you have to be careful. But with two Korokron elites, you can never go wrong.
Yeah, he's fine. All in all, he still has a rampage. He's got double inner rages. He could have put down Never, even if he was a 20, I believe, if the match checks out. So that is going to be game number 2. We see Shampoo able to scrap himself out of that bad hand again. Just shows that Warrior is still in it. I don't know about the new meta, but nonetheless, in this most recent set, Ashes of Outlands, after all of the nerfs, and again, letting Warrior through may have been. Again, I could have sworn it was a Warrior ban, but nonetheless, we are now left with Highlander Hunter
Versus the
going
Murloc
up.
Paladin.
Yeah, going up against the Murloc Paladin. Percy, what does that matchup look like to you?
The Hunter already has difficulty with dealing against multiple threats on the board. So if Never is able to buff all of the minions in his board to a state that does not allow the Hunter to deal with it,
Yep.
then this is just going to run away
Yeah,
for the
so
Paladin.
so in this situation, Never's in a better spot. Like Never can actually do what he was trying to do in game number 2 here. Go Sun Gill, go into the beast that turns into a Murloc,
Yeah.
possibly go from there, go ham, or even like if the gods allow Murgle McGurgle, turn 2, why not? Right? Just
Why
go
not?
fist, go ham. And the reason why is because Hunter Highlander or Highlander Hunter has to deal with the fact that it has only singletons. There is a lot of consistency there, but the fact remains that it has to draw into those cards. It has to somehow find a way to clear the board. And let's look at his list right now. Again, a lot is on the line here. Game number 3. This is match point. What ways could he do here? What are his options? He does have a corrosive breath for early removal. He has the sharpshooter for pings. He could go for. Does he have it? Does he have it? Unleash the hounds for sure.
Yes.
Zephyrus could hook him up real good.
All of the 1 drops, 2 drops, 3 drops are what he needs. basically.
Super important. Super important. Bone Shoe Brawler gonna carry so much weight here. Imprisoned Felmo, I would coin it out, man. Like in this matchup, I would coin it out.
I don't think there are any other. There's no reason for you not coin
Mm-hmm.
Felmo out, no matter
Yeah.
what matchup.
Yep.
It's just too good.
Desert Spear for sure. Like you're gonna need Desert Spear. So looking at the hunter list now, it looks like it has quite a few options. Again, it all falls down into the 1, 2, and somehow 3 slot. You would
Mhm.
coin out the if you don't get the Felmo, coin out the Desert Spear. It's going to do you good. So those are some keys for Shampoo here. For Never though, I mean we already talked about what cards, just kind of puts him down. What the answers are, but I guess for him, what's the key, Percy? What kind of cards is he looking for besides the early curve?
Give me a few moments to think about this. Wait,
For
as we're
sure.
going into the game right now.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think one key is to invest in a little bit of um some reload, right? Make sure that you don't how do we say spend all your money. Like put your eggs in one basket. Like don't
Oh, yeah,
build a
yeah, yeah.
board because again, Highlander Hunter has answers, and I think Never knows that. So he does here keep the 4-2, the Paladin Classic, and
Two
he is
silver
going to
champion.
the 4-2 for 2. Why not? And he is going to invest in a Tide Caller. So yeah, I'm excited to see how far this can grow.
Yeah, Never was looking for in the same way that Shampoo is looking for a good curve. Never is also looking for that good curve. You don't really want to keep a lot of ones and twos if you know for sure that your opponent has the ways to answer has ways to answer your 1 health minion. Right
Right.
now, we do see it that we did see in his hand. We do see in Shampoo's hand, rather, that he has the Unleash the Hounds ready to deal with those 1 drops.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. Never is holding onto the coin. So what are the options for his coin here? It is going to be a turn. No, he's not going to go for the champion. What's the coin for here? What's the importance of the coin?
I have personally, I have no idea.
Uh huh.
Maybe it's because you don't really have your optimal hand. You just want to keep coining out. Oh, and here he's going to go for a coin 2 silver champion.
Right. That's
Smart.
what I was asking. Like maybe not. Like I don't think it is.
Maybe it's going to be a future investment. Tempo.
Scale Rider, maybe like you drop some little dudes into Scale Rider. That's a
Yeah,
thing.
and Hunter has difficulty with dealing with Divine Shield minions
Yep,
without
because
the presence of explosive trap.
they're fair, right? It's a fair deck. It deals damage the way it should,
Yeah. Okay, so that's what you call it. Yeah, fair death.
right? I mean, if it's like Twisting Nether, that's clean removal. But if you have to deal damage, that's fair. So he now draws into more Murlocs. Now just
The
looking for the
Salius-
Scale Rider. Oh,
Yeah. You have to clear this board somehow, and you wait for the skill rider as you did say, and build your board from there, and bounce back. But bouncing back when that hunter is building up its own tempo, it's gonna be a steep price to pay. We're giving the hunter this tempo,
yeah. Never's gonna have to take a bit here.
and here we go. This
Ooh.
Faceless Corruptor. Just
Yeah.
get the bodies on the board.
Yeah, Shampoo's saying it's my turn. I'm the beatdown now. Look at me, I'm the beatdown.
But he is considering some other options because the True Silver does deal with one of the Faceless Corruptors. You don't want that. You don't want that easy hit.
Mhm.
You might consider this Primal Explorer into probably a Fairy Dragon.
Oh
calling it-
no.
Calling it?
Yep, there you go.
Oh, okay, maybe he's gonna go for a Ratness Drake or an Evasive Jacket. All of these are good.
Mhm.
And he picks.
If he went for the fairy, that would just mean he is going full into the beatdown. But again, I think he's too far from actually getting a worthy reload since DQA is like 4 turns away. So this is fine. Like I do think the Ratness Drake is a safe bet, especially since he is holding on to the DQA.
Yeah, and right now, this is looking like a Unleash the Hound's turn because why else not, right? You are very much ahead.
Yeah, mad value here. Oh,
Yeah.
yep.
Okay,
Hold
no,
up.
that these arrows, considering he doesn't want to go into a Unleash the Hounds yet. Do you tracking here, Sir Leo?
I don't. I think I'll keep the tracking for later. I do think he is gonna save the board here. He's gonna save the scale. He's gonna save the poison and just go for board. There's a McGurgle.
Oh,
With
this
the
late
scale.
track.
the Scale Rider doesn't show up just yet.
Wait. Well, that was a tracking last, by the way.
Huh.
But yeah, it does. The tracking Ver does clear some of the unnecessary minions, unnecessary cards in his deck. Though that big old wealth is going to be useless in the matchup. He chose the Corrosive Breath because he's currently dealing the damage. Right now.
Yep. Just clear out, deal a little more. And Never's board presence, it's going up, but it's slow. It seems like it's taking a little more time than it should.
Yeah, and it's right now Never's on the defensive back foot. He does have minions in play, Murlocs in play, sure. But with Shampoo being able to build his own threats and he's at a higher life total currently, he's in the driver's seat. He can do whatever he wants right now. Just
Yeah.
not overcommit.
Not a good spot for Murloc Paladin to be. There is one out I'm thinking about that could be a possibility, but he needs to make it go now. Like next turn, he needs to find a way to make it go around. Get McGurgle dead, and then come out with a prime reload. That's it. Like that is gonna be a free out. That is the freest out I could think about for him.
And now, but that's gonna be a little bit too slow as this
It is
Highlander
very
Hunter
slow.
is dealing the pressure.
Yeah, very slow. I mean,
Feeling
Faces Corruptor into Unleash the Hounds, or Unleash the Hounds into Face Corruptor. You're making what, a little doggo into a 4/4. So, Never still just answering 1-for-1 here.
But still, the consistent 2 damage from the hero power is going to put Never at a clock.
Yeah, and even the Zixor's dealt what now? 6-8 damage.
Yeah, both in the board, both within the board and to the opponent's face. It's
Maybe
staying
even
alive.
Uther
it's hitting double digits if you're counting face and board. So,
Yeah, it's been there
Never-
since what, 3?
yep, Never's feeling it. Never's feeling it. This is pressure on him.
But this coin keep allows him to go Felfin Navigator into what do you call this? What was that?
which
The
path
Collect Seer.
to choose.
So that's
Mhm.
this poisonous minion. This poisonous minion is not gonna go. He's gonna go for this McGurgle. You say you have to destroy. You have to get McGurgle killed for the reload.
ASAP. So now, Shampoo has quite a few decisions to make here.
This is lethal. 2, 5, 11. This is lethal. With the extra minion. Actually, the extra minion didn't even.
Yeah,
So you have
there's
5
a
damage.
little bit.
Oh wait,
extra.
no. Never mind. 5.
It doesn't
it's only
count.
5 damage. 7, 10. How did they miscalculate that by what? By 2 health?
It's 2 health. I think you counted the Sun Gill. So he's gonna save it for later. He knows that there is a bigger board to deal with. Hold up! This is possibly a lot of damage. Given it's not as much as I thought. It's not as much as I thought. Not as much as I thought.
But right now, the damage has been done, and it looks like Shampoo will come from behind. This
Yep.
tier 2 deck is just proves to run out of gas really fast.
Yeah. No, and I think Shampoo played it very well. He had a lot of the tools he needed and found them nonetheless, even if he was coming up short in the earlier parts of the game. But yeah, that's it. Never understands. So UPD lives here. Shampoo. We're just waiting. He needs to just punch it in. He even has Dragon Bane. Doesn't need it though. Button for
Yeah.
the win here.
Yeah, just respect. Just deal the lethal, no DN. Shampoo keeping UPD's dreams alive and advances to the quarterfinal with
Yeah,
that come from
well,
behind.
We do appreciate Never's tenacity here.
Yeah.
The bold move to choose Murloc Paladin. Again, sometimes you get it in there. The few times that it works. So it's just not today, right? Like
Not
sometimes
today.
it works, but not today. Congratulations, 3 games going over the Shampoo 2-1. Again, some interesting decisions were made. Not all the bans that we predicted, but nonetheless, it pulled through either way. This is going to be the first match of the day, the night. Again, thank you for joining us wherever you're from. My name is Leo. This right here is Percy, and this right here is the run through of what happened. It was the Warlock early start for Never. He got that through, but when it came down to the deck that mattered, the games that mattered, Murloc Paladin couldn't punch through the glass ceiling. You know, like that was, it's just tough making a deck like that work, especially in a tournament like this.
Exactly.
Campus Esports, serious business. Percy, real quick, let's wrap up this series before we go into a break and move on to our next matchup. Thoughts about Never versus Shampoo here?
It's very interesting from the ban phase itself. You did mention that these are some unconventional bans, but I did
Mhm.
say that this shows the play style of our players today and what they're most afraid of getting matched into. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes the bans work, sometimes they don't. But oftentimes, as long as you're able to deal your damage, as long as you're able to stay alive, keep your own personal composure, you get to do some calm and collected plays as what Shampoo did to keep himself from tilting from the 1-0 into the 1.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And the key is just Shampoo's decks, I believe, are just maybe better built, and they were the better choices going into a format like this. So yeah, congratulations once more to Shampoo. Never here. I'm pretty sure it's not the last we're gonna see of him.
Yeah.
Again, hoping that you continue grinding the ladder and you enjoy Scholomance Academy. Once more, there's a chance for you guys to win Blizzard credits. Maybe get your hands on some packs from the new expansion. Just watch out for the instructions that flash down here on the screen. Join us in the chat, and we do hope you are enjoying today's games, Alliance League 2020 Summer. Thank you so much once more to Globe, the Twitch student. We hope you're enjoying the virtual hangouts. My name is Leo, joined here by Percy. We are going to go in a quick break. When we come back, we are going to be witnessing Rebirth go up against Wrath. Their decks